Hi, I'm Brianna Ellis, and today I'm going to be filming a video on feminine products and on how to, and such as questions as what is this, what if, or how to. Feminine protection. For the demonstration for the feminine protection, I will be using pads, panty liners, and I will be using a water bottle with a shake up drink for demonstrating on how much the pads and the panty liner holds. I have a demo pad and panty liner, and then I have a show panty liner, and then I have a show pad for examples, and the demos are for the showing of how much it can hold up to. When coming onto that certain time of month, you can go to any store such as Walgreens, Walmart, Kroger's, Myers, or any other store there is, or possibly even a gas station, whether you're on the go and it just so quickly happens to come on. You can go to any store and buy these type of pads or panty liners. Every person's body is differently. Some people need bigger sizes, some people need little sizes. As you can see here, we have Always Maxi, and it comes with 36, and it's a regular. It has flexi wings. Right here, you can see that we have 18 pads inside, and there's flexi wings, and it comes in a regular size. Right here we have a Always Infinity, and this is a liner. This is a panty liner, and you usually use this when it comes on to the end of your month. As you can see, it's very, very thin, not as thick as a regular pad. And here is a Always Maxi pad. It's much thicker than a panty liner. This is what you use on a regular basic day of your monthly period. When it comes to that time of month, you must know what you're shopping for and what to look out for. Right here, as you see, we have a demonstration. I have drawn out a picture of Always Maxi pads and Always Infinity. Let's start off with the Always Maxi pads. As you can see, the blue part right there is a leak guard cord to hold in all of your monthly period. And it has the light blue layer, the barriers to keep everything in. And it's supposed to give a dry protection. So what it's typically meaning is that it's supposed to bounce right back into the full covering to fit just your body. You can see that it has a very different kind of texture. You can see I'm zooming up right there, and it has like a different texture to it. Some different pads smell better. Some pads smell like powder. They have like a different design to them. And it's all about what you're looking for. Now we're on Always Infinity. Always Infinity is supposedly supposed to absorb 4 times as more. It is supposed to have a soft covering, wings designed for secure protection, form-fitting channels flex to fit you, and a wider back. Here is a Always Infinity right here. I pulled out of one of the packets. As you can see that it has a certain design to it to keep everything in, just like with the diagram I drew out Right now I'm going to be demonstrating on how a pad and a liner holds up. I will be using a shake-up tea drink. I have already made it. I have a good amount of it, and this is supposed to represent the blood that, goes on the pad. And I'm going to get to it right now. As you can see, as I pour all of it in, it starts to just go inside. It's like a sponge. It soaks up everything. So you know by just looking at this diagram, like it's not going anywhere. So I'm going to go over and put some on the liner. And really, you really shouldn't have that much on it because you should only be using this during, the end of your month. So, once you're coming up to the end of the month, you shouldn't really have that much, but, Kind of get all over the place to actually give a good feel of how, that should be it. So, as you can see, I poured all of the tea in the pad and on the liner. And we are going to check up to see how it worked. So I'm pouring the pad right now. As you can see, there's no tea spilt on the counter. So here's the pad. It did get a little bit on the wing, but that's okay. You can see that all of the tea is soaked up at the end of the bottom of the pad, showing that it all went through. Nothing leaked past, because there's nothing on the counter. It did go a little bit on the wings, but it didn't soak and hit the counter. So that's how we know that that is a good pad. And we're going to lift up the panty liner. There's nothing on the counter. Sorry. And it's all on the liner. So let's check on the back. Again, it all soaked up and came to the bottom of the pad. You can see that I kind of got on the wing a little bit. But just like with the beginning of the video, like with the diagram, it's the same way with both things. As I show you again, the Always Maxi pad has a leak guard core, and that's the dark blue, and then the light blue is the barriers that keeps in everything from leaking past. It has dry protection, and it has a different signature design to keep everything in and keep you protected so you can have a happier period. See? And for the panty liner, it absorbs 4 times more, has a wider back, has a form-fitting channel flexed to fit you, soft covering and wings designed to secure your protection, which means that you're going to have a happier period either other way. So you don't really have to worry about, how you move around, any sports or anything. It just all depends on what kind of pad you got. So, I just did a demonstration, and now we see that the Always Maxi pads and the panty liners work. When on your period, you must always remember that you must change your pads or panty liners because you'll start to not feel very well and you'll also start to stink. Another important thing is that you must always keep about maybe 2 or 3 pads or panty liners in your bag just in case you might have an accident or it comes to that time of month. You will usually feel cramping or a headache or a backache, and it's best to just take Tylenol or some kind of medicine to take care of it. It's usually best to change your pad very frequently. As I zoom into the demonstration of the underwear, you see that the pink part right here is the underwear, and you see that right here is either the pad or the liner. Underneath every pad and every liner is a sticky part. That keeps it from slipping or, falling away, and it keeps it secure onto your underwear. The wings are also sticky, so you just fold them underneath the underwear, and then you're ready to go. When changing a pad, you do not flush it in the toilet. You simply take the pad from out of your underwear. You fold it up. And then you put tissue right underneath it. And then you take the tissue and you roll the tissue over it. Make sure that the tissue is secure on the pad to make sure it's not going anywhere. And usually in stores or in the bathrooms, in like women bathrooms, they have like a little dispenser on the ground or usually hung up on the wall, and you just toss it in there. Or whether you're at home, you have a bathroom that has usually a trash can. So just take the pad with the tissue on it and you toss it in the trash can. And then you get a brand new pad or a liner, and then you put it on. One of the biggest things that you should have when you're starting your period, and this goes for every single period that you have, is a calendar. This is mine. I keep mine hung up on a wall, and every time I come on mine, I make sure that I put the beginning date of when I started it, and then the ending day. So this lets me keep track of how many days I usually have it and what time of month I have. Usually it happens on the same month, and sometimes it doesn't. But that's just the way it happens. Whether you're starting or you just have questions about it, I hope that my video production has shown you how a girl gets through her period and how everything goes. I hope I answered your questions like what if, how to, or what's this. Thank you for watching my video projection. Bye!